Hello everyone and welcome back to Affinity for Commander. Now today we've got our engines revving, our checkered flags at the ready, and a burning hatred for all things loot. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the other broken commander from this set, Hashaton. As always, if you like any of the cards in this video, make sure to make your purchase through any of our lovely affiliate links in the description box below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really helps the channel out quite a lot. And as always, all prices you see here in this video are provided by our amazing sponsor, the fabulous cardmarket.com. Now, let's take a look at this undead wizard. Hashaton is a 1/3 legendary zombie wizard for 1 white and 1 black. He reads, whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2 generic and 1 blue. If you do, create a tapped token that's a copy of that card, except it is a 4/4 black zombie. Now, thanks to Hashaton's ability having blue in it, that makes our zombie an Esper commander, and ho boy does that make a difference. So we're going to be needing discard outlets, powerful creatures to make into zombies, and a cheeky combo or two. Let's get started. At the 1-drops, we're running Crypt Breaker, Bone Shards, and Careful Study as discard effects, with the zombie being a rather inefficient draw engine, but a draw engine nonetheless. Restless Dreams and Tortured Existence are also great discard outlets, with the enchantment also being part of a Peregrine Drake combo that we'll be getting onto later. Entomb and Gravecaller, because this is Graveyard deck, and I'm honestly shocked Entomb just isn't in the deck to be honest. And Reanimate, because we're discarding big beefy creatures, so being able to have them back plus a token copy is sweet for just 1 black mana. Swan Song and Swords Plowshares give us our first taste of removal, and Esper Sentinel rounding off the 1-drops with our first real copy target from Hashaton, because a 4/4 Esper Sentinel seems rather good. Now, the 2-drops are our main point for the deck, mainly for the artifact ramp, plus Hashaton needs some support in these cards to start discarding, this section of the deck. We're in Esper, so ramp is kind of reliant on the talismans of Dominance, Progress, and of course Arcane Signet. Also Felwar Stone, and I guess we can count Lotho in here as well. He is literally here for being able to generate treasures to be used for our commander's ability. Because having to discard, usually with a mana cost like with Bitter Triumph, and then still pay the 3 for his ability, means we need to be really tight on our mana. Other discard outlets include Ghostly Pilferer, a criminally underplayed card in EDH, Baby Jace, who then also turns into a Planeswalker to recur any of our needed instant or sorceries, Looter Ilkor, who is also kind of a good one to get back with Hashaton's ability just for the power boost. Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, seems tailor-made for this deck. Discarding advantage, yes please. Psychic Frog can now be a problem not just in other formats, and Sickening Dreams is a great sweeper, which ideally will be for 2 to keep our commander around and wreck a weenie player's day. Diamond Lion is also a fun card here, giving you the mana needed to activate Hashaton when the cards are discarded, which yes, we have checked with the level 2 judge, that is how it works because Lion's Eye Diamond is weird. And one new card from the deck is Ret Tomb Mystic, a fabulous creature that gives all creature cards in your hand cycling for 1 generic and 1 blue. But beyond discarding, we need cards to get value from doing so. Brought Back is a great little cheeky card for a board wipe, and both Vengeful Bloodwitch and Blood Artist are good targets to upgrade to 4/4s, plus their ability is here for one of our Gravecrawler combos that I've mentioned earlier. Throw in a And They Shall Know No Fear and Lazotep Plating for extra flavor win and protection for our Zombify board, and we've got our 2-drops sorted. At the 3-drops we've got some more discard outlets, and finally some really good payoffs for them. Frantic Search for draw and to then discard that Void Winnower. Raffine to be a nice target themselves for zombification, but also to give us some lovely Connives triggers, and as mentioned, Windfall to refill our hand and hopefully have enough mana to get multiple Hashaton zombies. Lures of the Dream Den can then help grab back any smaller cards we've discarded, along with a new card of Renewed Solidarity, doubling the tokens we've made that turn, as ours are in fact all zombies. We're also running Saw in Half for funny token synergies, plus the idea of discarding Hoarding Broodlord and copying him to get this card makes that little cEDH player in me happy. And lastly, Toxic Deluge, because we should have some life to spare with a few of our later cards, and a 3-mana board wipe that gets around indestructible is never a bad thing. Up to the 4 drops, and we're mainly here for support as well as a few major token doublers. Anointed Procession doubles our 4/4 zombies, which is always handy, and for that price tag it better be. Crypt Caller Chariot is a new card from Aetherdrift that makes a bunch of regular zombies when we discard cards. Importantly, with it being that many cards you discard. Shorakai, Genesis Engine, has nothing to do with zombies, but is a good token generator in their own right, and draw, and importantly, discard engine. Giggling Skitter Sprite is firstly absolutely terrifying, but it's also a great creature to copy as a 4/4 and just start dealing 4 damage every turn, and then 9 damage every turn after they become monstrous. Now the last few cards at 4 CMC are Grimoire of the Dead, 2 discard cards like the Skitter Sprite, but then also serve as a terrifying means of winning the game if not dealt with in 4 turns. Lethal Scheme is removal plus card advantage and discard. And finally, Wonder. A card made to be discarded, but then can also still be copied as the original stays in our bin for their static effect to give all our creatures flying. Alright, now up to the 5 drops where we've finally got some amazing copy targets. Archfiend of Ifnir debuffs and kills our opponent's creatures with a tasteful windfall, absolutely destroying our opponent's boards. Gary is again a good potential win con and a good way to gain back some of that life we may have been a bit frivolous with earlier in the game. Overlord of the Flood Pits can have its impending circumvented with Hashaton's ability, then draw and discard value, and we get to do it again every turn they attack. Scourge Familiar is a nifty little guy for 4 mana to be used to get back that card we just discarded, and the Scarab God gets us more zombie tokens for our creatures and a fantastic upkeep trigger. But unfortunately it does exile the cards, so we'll try and stick to our opponent's ones. Living Death is one of those cards I'm always a bit unsure of putting in, but considering how much we're trying to discard and redraw our hand, it really feels worth it here. And the final card at 5 CMC is Peregrine Drake. Not just a good card, but works a wonderful combo with Tortured Existence. Now finally onto the tippity top of our curve, where we've got cards to discard and some amazing payoffs. Consecrated Sphinx, Dream Trawler and Grave Titan all seem like great cards to cheat out before turn 5 and start drawing a ton of cards, making a ton of zombies, and in the Troll's case, being a genuine all-star with lifelink, card draw, and being a discard outlet too. Shadow Grange Archfiend is a really weird card, but comes with its own madness cost, so even if our commander isn't out, they can still be cheated into play, and comes with an absolutely back-breaking triple edict effect for our opponent's toughest creatures, and then a boatload of life for us. Hoarding Broodlord, as mentioned, is a great tutor, not just for Saw in Half, but a general card for certainty, and lastly, Void Winnower, because nothing says friendship and spirit of the game like discarding this on turn 4 to a careful study and then making a zombie copy of it. Good God, I love Magic the Gathering. Other people not so much. Not so much. Now onto the unique lands for the deck, and don't get me wrong, some of them are, well, fairly obvious. Field of the Dead, for flavor reasons and more zombies, makes the Scarab God very happy. Buried Ruin lets us grab back our Phyrexian Altar if we've needed to discard it. Lazotep Quarry to get more copies of a creature from the bin. And 3 Tree City, as we are a Kindred deck at the end of the day, and being able to tap for a bunch of mana definitely helps when activating Hashaton multiple times. There's obviously then the option of running the Urborg and Cabal Coffers combo for, general ease, and plus it really helps out the Peregrine Drake combo that we talked about earlier. Overall, Hashaton is an incredibly fun commander that can also be pushed to be really powerful and even into cEDH. Looking at you, you absolute busted piece of artifact nonsense. But can also be, as I've tried to make here, a really strong zombie kindred deck that doesn't even need to run that many zombies because essentially we're just cheating out creatures and making them zombies ourselves. And also, come on, he's 2 mana with an incredibly powerful ability that, lets you cheat out Eldrazi on turn 4. But isn't that what Commander's all about? Playing big, dumb, fun things, and then, just occasionally whipping out a chainsaw during that pillow fight. And that will be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. What are your favourite cards to put in Hashaton? Let us know in the comments below. As always, all content you see on the channel is made possible thanks to the support of our amazing patrons. You guys are truly awesome. If you do like to support the channel and become a patron yourself and get access to exclusive EDH related rewards, then be sure to check out our link in the video description box below. You can also support the channel through the quick and easy ways, liking this video, subscribing, commenting and hitting that bell icon, as well as sharing it on preferred social media platform. But that'll be it from me for now, guys. As always, I've been Alex, and I'll see you next time.